Alrighty, hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm working on a costume. That's right, a costume. Okay, so let me kind of explain. This year I'm going as the Joker. I'm going as the comic Joker, the Joker in the comics. So he always wears this purple suit. Well, when finding this costume, I was like, I'm just gonna find mismatched clothes and slap them together, be all cool and make my costume. So we found these pants, which I'm currently laying on, at Goodwill, and then we couldn't find a purple coat that had the penguin tails on it. So we had to order that on Amazon. Now there's a slight problem. The coat and the pants are two completely different shades of purple, which means they don't match. But there is a small solution I can do for that. You see, I originally have to paint the pants because they also have this very iconic, the long thin stripes that go all the way down the pants. Instead of making those black, I'm going to make those the shade of purple. That's the jacket, so that they match. Also, I have to paint a tie, presumably the same shade of purple because it's already out. But I have only tonight to do it, since I'm planning on tomorrow wearing my costume at school. So I have a bit of a deadline, and it's already 6:23 in the afternoon. But I took a nap. Okay, so now you're wondering, okay, what am I going to use to paint it? Well, I don't have any fabric paint because I wanted to test this supposed trick that I've seen multiple times, so I had to try it because multiple people have confirmed that it works. Basically, if you take normal, generic, everyday acrylic paint and mix it with fabric softener, you get fabric paint. So I am going to test that theory. I am going to try that hack on my costume. So I don't know anything going through this. I don't know the ratio of paint to softener, and I don't know if it is washing machine safe, but it doesn't really matter because you're not supposed to wash costumes anyways. So that second part doesn't apply to me, so I can't answer that second question. So, yeah. What I have beside me are a few randomest things. So, right now, I have a Sharpie, a ruler, scissors, and string. Now you're like, what do you need string for? Well, that's basically going to be my ruler. See, whenever I actually make the notches for all the stripes, I want them to be evenly spaced out so it looks professional. So each stripe's going to be, I'm going to say, an inch separate. I might go half an inch, who knows. Yeah, let's go half an inch. So every half an inch there's going to be a stripe. But I don't want to draw Sharpie line all the way down the pants. So I'm going to use string to help me make a straight line by just laying it across and just following it. Yeah. So I'll make notches with this and make dashes all along the top of the pants and then along the foot of the feet, and then connect them the best I can. And that's basically going to try and go seam to seam, or at least flat like this. And then of course I'm going to have to do that on the same on the back side. So, first step is to make the dashes, and then we will make the paint. Without further ado, let's go! Okay, so I went ahead and switched up my marker. So I used this like skin tattoo marker that's white so that I could actually see the lines. They're a little faded, but still noticeable. I also have secondary light. But now, it's time to make the paint. So I have the jacket here, and you can tell that there's a difference between the jacket and the pants. So now we're going to try and color match it. And I just have like this super light purple and this kind of like dark purple. So we'll try and mix them, make an in-between color that matches the jacket. If not, I have black and white over there that I can yoink and mix in. I also have fabric softener in liquid form. So yeah, I also have this paper plate so I can have a large palette. So yeah. So we're just gonna hopefully be able to grab enough paint on the first go. So that way we don't have to try and color match it again. Okay. Let's see what that makes. It's obviously going to make purple. Let's see. Oh, this looks fairly promising. Now again, I don't know the ratio of fabric softener, because if I don't have enough fabric softener, when applying the acrylic on the fabric, it becomes extremely crusty and cracks. So hopefully by making it, I think that's pretty close. So by having enough fabric softener, it would allow the paint to flex a little, in theory. Oof, strong. Going. There's not a lot in here. Oh! Lights scare me. Man, where is it? Is this like soap? How thick is this? It's really upside down. Oh, there it is. Ugh. Is this what fabric softener looks like? Do I need to shake it? It literally came out with the consistency of like conditioner, you know? Which I wonder if conditioner works as well. I don't know. Sumo's gonna have like the consistency of soap. Why is it not coming out? Oh my god, are you serious? I'm just getting like drops out. That's a shame. So the condition. This stuff came out like blue. Okay, I'm gonna see if we have more conditioner. Why do I keep calling this conditioner now? It's softener. Okay. Excuse me. So I managed to work more with the conditioner. Excuse me, fabric softener. And I got more to come out. So now the paint's kind of at like a whatchamacallit, frosting texture. So very interesting. Hopefully that's enough. I have no idea if I did 50-50. I couldn't tell because I was only getting bloops. So yeah, now we'll be painting. So I'm gonna grab a fairly wide brush. Yeah. So I got my big square brush so I can get the most amount of distance in a single sweep. And we're basically just going to connect the dots. Hopefully this works. And hopefully nothing goes wrong. And everything goes according to plan. The night before having to wear it for an event. So now that you know what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be speeding this process up so you can see it in action. Without further ado, let's go.
So, well, now we're kind of doing a little extra. So, while I was painting the pants, first of all, I realized I need time for them to dry before I flip it over and do the backside. Second, the lines aren't like pristine and clean and like crisp as I originally imagined, but it's consistent all the way through, which means it's kind of more of a style. So in order to make this costume more even looking, I have to do something for the coat. Now, so I was like, okay, it's the Joker, you know, he gets his hands dirty and whatnot. So I'm going to take some of this dark purple that kind of matches the pants and kind of go along the, whatchamacallit, kind of like seams here on his coat, and especially on the tails of the jacket that kind of like, you know, may have like dipped and stuff, so it's going to be very much that. So I have a very cheap rough brush, and I'm also going to use my thumb to kind of like smear it so it's kind of like a nice fade. I also got some red here. I'm going to do some blood splatter because the Joker. So I think I'll just do like blood splatter on the sleeves. I might also do it on the chest. Probably not. But yeah. Okay. So next what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to speed this process up so you can see it in action. Without further ado, let's go.
Okay, so now that the pants is painted and the tie is also painted up there, I almost forgot about it. I just painted off screen, just the purple I've been using on the pants. I painted that. So now that everything's painted, everything can dry, and then tomorrow morning I'll try everything on and do like a final reveal. Yeah. So I don't know a transitional word. Kapow! And with this is the final result. Oh, you can't even see my pants. Okay, but you can see I got my hair ready, you know. I did 2 braids on the side to kind of create a mullet, which is kind of the closest thing I can get my hair to do to make it look like the Joker's hair. My hair's too short in the back to be pulled up to the top of my head. But anyways, that's all spray painted. I got my tie painted. You can see this is what it actually looks like.
And for some reason the tie is the only thing that like came out kind of ugh. I don't know if it was because of the fabric used to make this tie, but it's really crunchy. There may also be because this was the only thing that I completely covered in paint while everything else was kind of dabbing. So you can see here, come back down to my level. So you can see I dirtied up my collar, and then like all of my pockets and sleeves. You see I did that, and then I also got like the blood splatter. I stabbed somebody. The pants. These were the main talk of the town. They look great. They feel great. Yeah, they're completely dry. And they kind of, you can still kind of feel the texture of the paint, but like it's not crunchy. And then I also got the this thing all dirty, and then the little penguin tips dirty. So I'm glad I did that to the suit because it looks much better with the stripes. We also saw that whenever I started painting the sleeves, the purple was too much similar to this. So I was like, oh crap, I gotta make it look more brown. So I whipped out some of this, which is like a maroon, and that got the job done. That made it look like what it looks like right now. Yeah, and also like the newer, so once I kind of finished this on the pants, on the first, like the front, I couldn't get anything out, so thankfully my dad got more fabric softener, and that came out like soap. It didn't come out like conditioner, so that, I think that's just kind of old. So yeah, but I was still able to mix it, and it still made it have like a thicker consistency, almost like, you know, pudding or frosting, which I think that's kind of a key thing to look out whenever mixing it, is whenever it turns into that consistency. I would also say, like, since this is a costume, which is like 100% polymer and like plastic, this shouldn't get washed. But if you are gonna put it on like cotton and fabric that's gonna get washed, put it through the dryer first, because if you know anything about the dryer, anything that goes through it stains. It's basically cooked on it. So that will kind of like ensure that it stays. But also do it on a tester before something that you actually enjoy wearing, just in case I'm wrong. Okay. But yeah, this was amazing. I got this done in like 4 hours, so I had enough time to actually go to sleep and get sleep. Yeah, I would say that this works, but I still don't know about the washing machine thing, so it halfway works to my knowledge. So this is actually really cool, and I look and feel like the Joker. With that, thank you so much. Bye!